How is Brain Injury Matters transforming to meet the demand of the peers?
We were needing to build the number of peer groups we have in the metro areas, but we also are finding that regional areas are often very underserviced health-wise, but particularly for people who have got brain injury, because it's compounded by the tyranny of distance.
Absolutely, the tyranny of distance. That's a great collection of words that describes a very salient problem. So the peer groups, how are you transforming the peer groups, or are they remaining the same conversational based?
No, I think peer groups continue to transform people's lives, because even just the other day I was talking to a member and they was talking to me about how they'd recently done some neurological testing through their neuropsychologist since they'd started peer groups. So they did the test, say, 2 years ago before, and then now, and they've actually seen that there's been improvement in their cognition since being attached to BIM. So it's just like the proof's there.
Absolutely, yeah.
So just by being around people and talking, people have found that their speech has improved, but they're feeling better about themselves, their skill levels are improving across the board.
And individually, like my confidence has grown substantially, like
because of the peer groups?
I go to a peer group every Wednesday. I go to 2 peer groups. One on Monday mornings, their coffee morning, and then one on Wednesday at 10 a.m. And obviously we just talk about different stuff each week, and pretty much stuff that we've all experienced in our brain injury. But it's a level of connection. Like every member in that group, I feel I've got a connection with, deeper connection.
Okay, so is that Wednesday peer group connected to Brain Injury Matters also?
Yeah, one of our peer groups. So at that online peer group, so we've got a couple of members from North Queensland, and then a couple of members from all around Victoria. Yeah, we always meet up at 10 to 11:30 and have a chat and just about life. And one of the members has been going through a fair bit of stuff, hospital based, and he sort of takes us through the journey there. And
I want to ask you, do you think there's much of a difference when it comes to online in comparison to face-to-face peer groups?
So outside of the peer groups, I do a lot of motivational speaking, and during COVID I couldn't do it online just because I didn't feel comfortable, or I didn't feel like I got the connection that I had when I was face-to-face. But then because of COVID, the peer groups, I've just been going to the peer group online, and I find it gets what I need, so I feel like it gives all ticks to the boxes of support that I need. And just talking, and I enjoy talking a bit too much, but
that's okay. That's part of your charm.
Yeah, that's like just part of it. But face to face, I'm a lot better. But like face to face, I feel the connection's stronger. But then with the peer groups, I feel like I get what I need from the peer groups online. Really?
That's interesting.
But then, so it probably could be different.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you, Poppy, because your women's group obviously is face to face. Do you think that it would work the same if it was online?
No, and I also attend 2 other peer groups as well. So I go to the Western peer group and the Northern peer group, and I can tell you from other accounts of members, there's a member who started recently who said he was attending online groups and just not finding he was getting the same connection there. And when he came to our group, he was like, oh, I didn't know this existed. And oh, wow, it was just this light bulb moment that there were other people out there meeting in the community they could connect with. So I sort of see that the face-to-face, in-person is really important. There is definitely, I agree with you, Brent, it's still important to have the online. However, there's something about being in the same room as someone, and the online is important because often people are socially not able to get out of the house.
Or also in different parts of the country, and being the president or the chairperson, I'm so busy, like I can't get to spend 2 hours online, and it'd be like 3 hours, and then I've got appointments all day, so I've got to go online, which is the only thing that I can do, which I'm reasonably in my timelines.
So you still go to many appointments, do you?
Physio twice a week, personal training 3 hours a week, and then I've got all my exercises to do at home. And so, and being that was the president, there could be maybe 3 or 4 meetings. And the physio I go to is in Camberwell, and I'm living in Brunswick, just moved into my new place. So I'm just all around pretty much Victoria. You know, I need to. Online's perfect for me, and in North Queensland, they can't get to it.
No, I can imagine.
Yeah. So
Tyranny of distance again. Yeah.
Yeah. So they suit me because I'm too busy. Yeah, but like I suppose if I wasn't this busy, I'd go to face to face.
Yeah, I think face to face is imperative. There's something else I want to speak about, and the rising presence of peers in professional settings. I think it's fantastic that peers are finally being acknowledged as the authorities that we are, and we are actually getting the kudos that we're deserving of. How has this played out in your experiences?
So Brain Injury Matters currently 3 of our staff members are on board with brain injury, and all of our peer groups are led by people with a brain injury. So I think this is essential for the space because I see there's a really important role that Brain Injury Matters has, not only in supporting other peers, but also in educating the general population in how people with brain injury are affected.
So you're talking about their lived experience?
Their lived experience. So one of the other areas that we've been working at is giving workshops for people where we have members of peer groups come along and give their own experience of living with a brain injury.
To therapists and other people that work with people with brain injury, but let them know how it really feels to have a brain injury.
So you do workshops for professionals?
Professionals,
yeah.
yes.
Wow.
I've done one so far, but then this year we're going
to have a few more, yeah.
And how has the feedback from that been?
Really positive.
Amazing.
How long was the session?
About an hour.
I think we did an hour and a half for that one.
And was that at Ross House, or
That was at Ross House, yeah.
So how did you source the professionals?
Marketing, I think we said.
Through our networks of service
Hospitals,
providers, hospitals, leisure coordinators, other allied health professionals.
Oh, that's really exciting.
Yeah.
That's exciting that Brain Injury Matters is heading into these sorts of waters. Yeah.
So that was the first time that it was delivered all by people with a brain injury.
Yeah.
Previously,
It was a
bit of a mixture. Yeah.
What do you think could be changed in the industry to make it a better service for people with brain injury?
The government could give us more money each year, and we could actually get more money to employ more people to create more peer groups. Because at the moment with peer groups, we need to know, like in the country areas, why we're struggling for certain areas, because we need to know people that have brain injuries, and then we need to sort of branch off with someone who has a brain injury that can lead the way, and then get support for them, and then obviously build up the group, and then obviously,
Currently, Brain Injury Matters is funded federally on I think it's a 2-yearly basis. So all our staff are funded through the NDIS ILC fund, and that's not recurrent funding, so it's not ongoing funding. So what we're calling the government to do is to actually fund us ongoing so that we can do the work that we do and reach the people that we need to reach.
Thank you, Poppy. Thank you, Brent. It's been wonderful having you on the show, and it's been excellent sharing this opportunity to have a real conversation around brain injury. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Eva. It's
Okay.
been a pleasure.
That's all for this week. If you want to contact us about anything with the new you, send us an email. See you next week.